What's good with y'all, man? Hopefully focused, right? Videos are coming back consistent. This new angle is feeling nice right now. But I want to talk about things that help, establish or enhance, your discipline principles. So I understand that, 2021 is coming to a wraps. This has been an interesting year. It has been an interesting year. Especially for me, at least. This is where you can only go up. When you put in the work and you're doing stuff right. Me transitioning from work, school, and then extra side stuff. Sometimes it what you got. You start and you hope it goes for the long run. But sometimes things fail. But in the creation, when the door closes, another opens, right? So, yeah, I got you. If you want to start up a business or you want to create a product, and sometimes it doesn't go well, it's okay. It's just the first of many. The difference that of people that succeed and people that fail. The people that succeed are the ones that fail that just tried one more time. But anyways, I want to talk about three things that will help you with your principles, discipline. If you want to establish discipline, if you lack discipline, this is something that I strive more and more every day. Yeah, people on the middle of the road. They try to turn, but when I compare myself from the beginning of 2021 to the end of 2021, or as of right now, it's helped me a lot. Obviously, I strive to be a lot more consistent. I fall off sometimes, but here's my 3 tips that could help you if you're in a struggle or a rut. And it's going to be a little bit of repetition of my previous videos because they're all intertwined. This is everything that you have is a consistency thing. But that's one key: consistency. Wake up in the morning. Wake up early in the morning. Set a set time. Me, through school days, typically like 5:30 a.m. I always wake up. I was adjusting it. I was doing 5 a.m. But I typically do 5:30 a.m. Even on the weekends, I wake up early. I'll automatically wake up 5:30 a.m. every day. My bad habit that I'm owning up to, that I'm owning my accountability on, is sometimes I still sleep in. Like today, because it's no excuse that I didn't sleep as much yesterday. But I slept in a little bit. I woke up, kind of went back to bed a little bit, but we're still grinding. It's better than it was before, where I would just wake up anytime I wanted to, right? So set a time to wake up in the morning. When you set a time, have an alarm clock, even if you don't want to, if it's necessary. It gives you more principle, more discipline. Your principle. You wake up earlier to grind. You're becoming better than you were, previously, because you may have woken up at 12, 11, maybe even 2 p.m. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're working the night shift, that's understandable because your day is shifted. But if you're not working the night shift and you're using all that extra time to maybe sleep, procrastinate. Now, don't get me wrong, I do that too sometimes, where I, procrastinate, but I minimize that. Maybe an hour here. If I notice I'm on social media too much, I take my phone away, and that's that. But try to get a time to wake up in the morning, no matter what it is. Even if you don't have work, or you don't have school, just wake up. Get that body, that repetition up. You get more done throughout your day. You have more time the earlier you wake, your day's longer. Your day's longer. So that's something that's a tip. No matter what the day, regardless, I always wake up at 5:30. My consistency is getting a lot better now that I got to prep myself, especially for 2022. It's going to be a lot more different, going a lot harder, back to hopefully more of a money-making dynamic. But good things come to those who put it in. 2, this is something that I learned recently. I was watching a video from Dr. Miles Monroe about fasting. This relates to overcoming your addictions. Posted this video a while back. When you fast, it's because you're too gluttonous of. Now, this doesn't have to relate to food. I know there's a food fast, but fasting can relate to not just food, but any type of habit, any type of activity. Now, Miles Monroe, obviously, I believe in God, so I take a lot of the religious teachings are actually pretty beneficial. If you believe in God or not, doesn't matter, but the teachings, nonetheless, it does instill discipline or good habits within your persona or your personal repertoire, right? Fasting, I'm trying to remember the definition of what he said, this is not going to be the exact thing, but it's the adherence of humanly pleasures for a greater spiritual cause. That greater spiritual cause is God. So when I fast, if I do a food fast, I'm saying that God is more important than food. Now, take away, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you don't believe, obviously, in God, take away that you're doing this for a greater purpose, which is yourself, your overall health. Overcome the addictions. When you fast, abstain from it from a let's say if you smoke weed, right? I used to. Sometimes what I would do, I would fast, abstain from it what is this guy? There's this truck that's moving like it's a 370Z, a Nissan. I'm like, yo. But anyways, when you abstain from whatever it is, this could be overeating. Maybe you have problems with pornography, masturbation. Maybe you have problems with, a drug habit. Abstain from that, and that gives you more discipline. The discipline to not fall into those bad habits, because we've all been there, I've been there through pretty much all of that. I admit that, when I was younger, I have problems with it. I would be addicted, to self-pleasure, but it would steer me off the path of what I wanted to do, which is, still trying to achieve the goal. And I wouldn't really be at this point today or be as respected if I didn't abstain from that. Now I don't even, I don't do anything. I drink water. Don't do any drugs. Thank God. Weed was the worst thing that I've done. Typically I abstain from anything, sexual. So right now I abstain from sex. No porn or masturbation. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Like, I'm serious. Like, don't do that. It's you can argue. People argue that masturbating is good for your health, but no fap. Telling you best thing for your life. Don't do it. If you're like me, where you can still get wet dreams. If you're at that age or you're in puberty right now, it's perfectly normal. It's how your body functions. It is what it is. There is ways to limit that. Go online, research it. It's helped me get more into your subconscious of altering that dopamine craving, that a sexual release would emit. Find distractions, find ways, find habits. That's what I do, and then it helps me throughout the day. And overall, it'll help your body become more stable throughout the day. So those are tips and tricks if you do get wet dreams, if you do have maybe like a sex addiction or something like that. There's always ways to improve that, because having a sex addiction is actually, they'll say, oh, it's okay, but when you open your mind and the eyes to God, it's not really okay. But abstaining from that, fasting from that, going away from all that, it helps your body for a cleanse. You're putting too much. There's this thing where if you put too much, too much is a bad thing. You always want it in regulation and moderation. Too much sugar, bad thing. Can lead to diabetes. Having a moderate amount of sugar throughout the day, that's okay. Your body can take it. There's limitations that your body has. Your brain is a part of your body as well. So there's limitations that the brain can have as well. Your brain, you always want growth. You want development. You want growth, development at a healthy rate. Obviously, you can maximize it, and that's why you go hard every day. Go to the gym. Try, getting those good habits and instilling with that. But how do you start that? You always have to start from a certain point. There's day zero, right? There's day zero. There's step one. There's always a step one, or you can say step 0. That doesn't matter. But day one, step one, whatever it is, you have to start somewhere. In order to get to that point, you have to look at yourself and then see what is my deficiency and how do I stop it. And the number one thing is to fast. So fasting has helped me. You could say that, for smoking bud, it's been, I don't even know, when was it? I would say beginning of summer, or the end of spring, like around May, I think around May, yeah. So, and I just stopped. But it took me back to a time where I remember that I didn't want to do that, and how my days went, because at that time I was thinking, what would I do without it? But I remember what I did without it, and now here I am, and it helps me. So that's something that I applied. I did fasting, food fasts. I would always do like a 16/8, a 24, not like a 24. I did do a couple 24-hour fasts, but a 20-hour period where I didn't eat, and then only a 4-hour window where I did eat. Now I'm on like a 12/12, because I'm trying to gain muscle, but a 12/12, a 24, a 16/8. You can even do a 24-hour fast, cleanse your body, do this stuff. It only helps you. When you can distract, this will get to your point where your mind will be uncomfortable. Your mind listens to your body, but once you tell your mind, yo, I'm in control, your body will listen to what your mind is saying at the end of the day. So this is something that gets you out of your comfort zone as well, and that helps you develop growth. So that's point number 2. Point number 2, that's a big key. I dived more into a religious aspect, a religious ideology, and that just helps expand and growth my understand more about the human body, and within my spiritual knowledge, within Christianity and biblical fact. So I just presented to you guys, and then try to get a translation for maybe within a secular point as well. So that was number 2. So we have time, right? Wake up early, fasting, and then number 3. Number 3 is going to be really crucial, how you establish your discipline. So I mentioned before about accountability. you yourself have to hold yourself accountable for pretty much anything or everything that you have to do. Am I drinking enough water? Am I eating right? Is my sleep good? Am I going to the gym? Am I, putting in consistent hours, within studying? And that's okay. That's perfectly okay. But something that may help you within that, because accountability is pretty much the third thing to help you, get the discipline in. I made a whole video prior to that, but having maybe somebody that will help you hold yourself accountable, or creating a list or goals. Create a list of goals for a certain term. Let's say you want, we'll establish either a 3-month, 6-month, 12-month, or five-year plan, right? Write down your plan and then get to going. That's something that will help you get your discipline. This holds down to accountability facts, but establishing a plan, an actual deep, thoughtful plan, gets your mind going, and gets, it's a checklist. It gets you holding back. The accountability, right? It gives you how to progress. You don't maneuver. This is where I'm saying, this is something that I always say. And this is some wise words that I've listened to before that always stick to my head, is that, and people disagree with me on this, but you can disagree with me all you want, but the fact of the matter is, I'd rather trust the most stupid person with a plan than the smartest person in the world without a plan. A plan can be tweaked. A plan can be adjusted. It's thought out because you identify the problem and then there's a method towards the solution. Now, is the plan always going to work? No. But how are you supposed to execute or combat your problem with nothing to do? You can be the smartest person, but if you don't have any type of strategy, if you can't develop a strategy, it doesn't matter how smart you are. You don't need to be. There's this guy in Virgin Mobile, the owner of Virgin Mobile, or Virgin. It used to be Virgin Mobile. Now it's like Virgin something. This guy has airlines and all that stuff. Bro, that guy is dyslexic. I'm pretty sure he is dyslexic, and he is worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. He's not the smartest person in the world, but yet he's in a CEO position where he has, I don't know if it's a Fortune 500, but it's definitely a top company, because you definitely know Virgin. And I don't know if they still do mobile. I think they fell off the map, but they were hot for when I was in definitely middle school, elementary, middle school, and maybe even high school a little bit. They were definitely popping. They were definitely up there. They were competing. They were like, I would have had to be like, yo, what you got? He was like, yo, I got Virgin Mobile. You got Virgin Mobile? I'm like, you got Virgin Mobile? Okay. But what did he do? He had a plan, bro. He wasn't the smartest person, but he surrounded himself with smart people. He developed these goals for himself. Because I forgot if I watched, this was maybe back in high school. I forgot if I watched because I was watching an interview with him. I think I was. Anyways, you don't have to be the Elon Musk. Not everybody's gonna be like Elon Musk. Not everybody's gonna be like Bill Gates. Bill Gates, I don't even know if he was the smartest person. I don't know if he admitted that. But he definitely had a team of smart people around him. And they had goals. They say, we got to release this by this. And then, look what happens now. You see what Apple releases. They have a plan every year that they're going to release a newer version of their iPhone. That's their, strategic plan. They probably have a set date. To be honest, they don't even, looking at it, they probably have this concept. They probably have we're gonna develop this within $5 years. We'll release this because they probably have, like, I was gonna say 10, but I don't know if they're that advanced. Being real with yourself, it's not like, oh, they just released the iPhone and be like, all right, we got to find out what the new version is going to be. What are we going to add to the next one? They already probably have what the next model is already going to be, and then the next one, and then the next one. You know what I'm saying? They don't just be like, oh, what are we going to add? Because now once you go into the last minute, you're time crunched, you'll be more prone to make mistakes. They'd probably be like, oh, okay, we have models XYZ already lined up. We just dropped model A. We'll drop model XYZ. Let's work on model B. And then now, since the release date of model X is going to be coming up, we'll take back. We'll go back, review it. We already finished model B, and model X. We'll look back. We'll take a certain amount of time and review it, get back to it, release, boom. Your plan can't fail you. Something that can't fail you. What can fail you is your lack of thought into a plan. That's how I say it. So you can say the accountability, but I'll say maybe establishing a plan as my third bullet point. That's what helped me within 2021. I'm going to be in the process of making a new plan. So that's something that will help you, and hopefully you work around that, and you have to create the habits if you want to do that. What do your desires want? What do your goals want? I made a video on that. And you're gonna do what needs to be done. Like, you see this? You're gonna do what needs to be done in order to get that goal list. Now that's if you really want it. So that's the video I have for today. All those tips I keep on trying to practice and try to make it better. It doesn't matter if you're at day one. It doesn't matter. We all start at day one somewhere. So it's helped me become a better person and a better version of myself. And that's all we want. We just want to strive to become the best version of ourselves. So 0.01, 1% better every day. Faithfully committed to greatness, because this has to become a lifestyle. It has to become instill more within ourselves at the end of the day. So like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody that needs to see this. Having these uncomfortable talks, man, it's you see other YouTubers do it, but it's more of a real talk. Be real with yourself, man. Getting to the point where you can say what was wrong with you. That's the point where you want to be, when you can this is like what David Goggins says, and then I see it now. It's like, when you can get up on a podium and tell how messed up your life was, or what you used to do, and not be ashamed of it, because we're all human. Like NoFap, when I started NoFap, I was like, but I was on and off, and then I decided I'm gonna go on again. So as men, you get made fun of that, but there's always a day one, and I haven't even done that in, like, I don't even know when. I don't even know how long. It's been that long, but within fasting, people were like, oh, yo, you're starving yourself, and I'm disciplining my body. And then you see where my body's at right now, and those same people that were mocking me, I ain't gonna try to shame on nobody, but waking up early, people be like, why you wake up so early? Those same people that said that, I don't know where they're at now, but they ain't with me. You know, these people ain't, you know, so it's just a level up process, man. We ain't got time for this, bro. Like, we always gotta be productive, man. We have to be the best version of ourselves. That starts today. If today's your day one, go hard, y'all. Be easy. One.